Hey guys, it's Joe Bob 1/2. And stop moving camera. There we go. Okay. Well, for those of you who like blogs where I get angry, well, not angry, but just get a little bit frustrated, or for those of you who are having a slightly bad day and want to hear about the problems of others, go right ahead. Listen on, because I have a story about snow. Yay! Well, as I said before, it snowed a lot. And in addition to this, I'm sick. Well, apparently, last time I was visiting my mother, I got her sick. So she calls me up on the phone today being Saturday, the Sabbath, yada yada yada, and says, well, I got an idea. She does junior congregation at the synagogue. She teaches the kids about the, weekly Torah portion. Anyway, come get these papers, give it to the lady at the junior congregation, and have her teach for today. So I'm like, okay. And she says, oh, make sure you park a block away from the synagogue next to an alley, because we don't want anyone to know that we drive. Because Lord knows, Jews aren't allowed to drive on the Sabbath. I'm like, okay. So, I drive down 25th Street, which is 2 blocks away from the synagogue. Oops, I missed Washington Street. I'll just cut through the alley, because I know that most of the alley has been plowed already, so I'm just going to cut through the alley. So I turn into the alley, and turns out that 1 block section between 25th and 26th Street is unplowed. So I'm like, well, okay. If I just keep going with centrifugal force, because after it's been driven over anyway, I could just make it all the way through, right? Well, apparently, somebody who had a garage that empties into the alley and into a perpendicular alley street had plowed out their driveway, or plowed out their garage, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But instead of doing the smart thing and piling the snow on the 4 corners, no! They make a 2.5-foot ridge on either side of their driveway. So I'm like, okay, if I go backwards, if I stop, I'm going to get stuck. If I go backwards, I'm going to get stuck. I just got to go forward and hopefully I make it through. Hit that ridge, I lose about half my speed, hit the next ridge, I go about 5 more feet, and boom, I am fucking stuck. Now mind you, this guy was coming out of his garage at this exact same time, and he's looking at me spinning my tires for about 5 minutes. So he finally figures, okay, this is my fault, I'm going to come over and help him. So he comes over with his little thin aluminum shovel that looks like it's made out of tin cans, and says, okay, so we are going to help you get out of the snow. Okay, back up, I shovel under cars, I push you back. Okay, now go forward. Now mind you, he's not going to go around the car and push me forward. No, he just says, go forward on your own. Because there's no way I can go back. There's a 2-foot ridge behind me. But he won't push me forward. He only pushes me back. He said he pushes me back and then says, okay, go forward. And I keep getting progressively stuck. I make it about 10 feet. And then finally he said, not even 10 feet. Maybe I make it 1 car length at least. And he's like, okay, I need to get going. Here is my shovel. You put it by my door when you are done. Now mind you, I can see a block in front of me, maybe 30 feet in front of me, is the unplowed road. Or is the plowed road, rather. Okay. So, I can live with this. I just gotta keep shoveling, keep going. I spend the next 20 minutes digging. So finally, I'm stuck. But I remember, when you see cars abandoned on the side of the road, there's always a t-shirt in the window. So I just grab I just take my socks off, because that's all I have that's white, because I'm not going to take off my shirt. It's fucking cold outside. So I take off my socks and put them in the window. Not that anybody ever comes to see my car, mind you. Walk over to the synagogue, hand them the bag, explain what happened. Didn't explain about the car because I'm not supposed to be driving. And walk away. So, get back in the car, keep shoveling for another half an hour. Finally, I remembered seeing this kid playing in the snow about half a block away. So I walk over to the kid and I say, "Hey kid, I'll give you $2 if you help me dig my car out." He of course runs inside to his dad, and his dad comes out, and I say, "Hey buddy, you got a shovel I can borrow?" He says, "No, not any better than the shovel you got." Apparently he pays someone to dig out his driveway. So, okay. But then I get a hard-pointed shovel. In about 5 minutes, I make it the 30 feet out of the alley. Except for the part where when the city of Allentown comes through and plows their roads, they leave a big 2.5-foot ridge on either side of where they plowed. So I get stuck on the ridge. And I keep digging and digging. Another 20 minutes later, I'm finally over the ridge. So I'm on the street. And I'm like, okay, I walk over, I give the guy back his shovel, I walk to my car, I go out to the main drag, I stop because there's this one car going 2 miles an hour, which kind of spooked me. So then he finally passes, and I go, and I'm stuck in 2 inches of slush. And I finally get out of this. And I finally get the fuck away from that damn synagogue. Yay. And on top of that, if you haven't noticed, my nose is a little bit red. Why? Because I have a zit on the inside of my nose. And it hurts like hell. But other than that, I had a pretty good day. How was your day? Anyway, I feel better now. This is Joe Bob 1/2 preaching 2 things: love and peace.